All right, we've already done factoring when a is equal to 1. It was pretty simple. Now we're going to take it a step up, and we're going to do factoring when a is greater than 1. It's not much harder. It's just a couple extra steps, a little bit more thinking. All right, step 1's the same. Label the trinomial a, b, and c. We still find the two factors that add up to b and multiply to a times c. The only difference is this time a is going to be greater than 1. It was really easy to find numbers that multiply to ac when a was 1, because you're basically just finding what it multiplies to c. Then our next step, create two fractions with ax on top and your factors on the bottom, and then we're going to divide. If we can divide them, then we just simplify, same old, same old. Then we shift it to create two binomials, and this will make sense when we do the example. All right, so we have number one, 8x squared plus 9x plus 1. Obviously, a is greater than 1. Okay, first thing we do, label a, b, and c. All right, and then step 2, find the two factors that add to b and multiply to ac. So you can make a little chart. All right, we like to do that. So we need to find two factors that add to b and multiply to ac. So we know b is 9. Hold on. We know that b is equal to 9. All right, and then we know a times c is equal to 8. All right, so we need to find factors of 8 basically. So we can do 8 times 1, and then we can stop right there and look and see, does 8 times 1 equal 8? And then can 8 plus 1 equal to b? Yes, it can. So we know those are our two factors. So we write it like this. 8 times 1 equal to 8. These are our factors. And then 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. All right. And then from here, we're going to make our little fractions. Step 3 said, let me scroll up to show you. I know it's going to be hard to see. It says create two fractions with ax, whatever ax is, on top and our factors on the bottom. All right. So we know our ax is 8x, 8x. Then from here, we're going to take these two factors, this 8, and we're going to put it down here in fraction form, and we're going to take this 1 and put it down here in fraction form. Oops, it's 1. And then we just simplify. Can these two cancel out? Yes. We have x plus 1. All right. There's nothing else there. There's just an x, and then there's plus 1. Then over here on this second one, we cannot simplify anything, so it all stays 8x plus 1, and we're done. And if you want to check your work, all you have to do is just distribute everything to everything. So we have 8x squared, all right, 8x squared plus x plus 8x plus 2. Oops, not 2. That's 1. Sorry about that, y'all. 1 times 1 is 1. I make mistakes too. And then we just combine like terms, and we get 8x squared plus 9x plus 1. And we know that's the exact same as what it started with, so we know these are two binomials factored out. So x plus 1 and 8x plus 1. We'll do one more together, and then you can complete the worksheet. All right, we look at number 2, 4x squared plus 11x plus 7. First step, A, B, C. Now, the first thing I like to do is figure out what is B. So B is equal to 11, and then A times C is equal to 28. A times C is equal to 28. All right, so we need to find multiples of 28. So I make my little chart over here. What times what equals 28? 28 and 1. Will that ever get us to 11? Nope. Oops, sorry. 14 times 2. Will that get us to 11? Nope. It's close though. Nothing times 3 is 28. 7 times 4 is equal to 28. Can that get us to 11? Yes, it can, because 7 plus 4 is 11. So boom, we just found our factors. 4 plus 7 equals 11. 4 times 7 is equal to 28. So these are our factors. All right, and then we take a of x, which is 4x, and then we create those fractions divided by our factors, which is 4 and 7. And then from here we simplify. These two can be simplified out, which gives us x plus 1. All right, and then this one cannot be simplified out, so we know the second one is 4x plus 7. And we're done. Again, you can check your work at the end just to make sure by distributing everything. But we know this is our answer. And that's it. All right, so complete the worksheet on your own. Let me know if you have any questions. Rewatch the video if you need to, but it's not that bad. Just make sure you know your factors. What times 28? What can we multiply to get to 28? Or what can we also add up to get to 11? A times C is 28, so what can we multiply to get to 28? You got to do the factors of 28. What among those factors can equal to 11? Now, sometimes you got to make notes. Sometimes it could be negative numbers, like we see number 4 and number 3 are negative. So you also do negative multiples just to find out what can add up to, let's say, for example, negative 52. But can also multiply to be 9 times 12. And just to give you a little hint, I'll actually do the chart for number 4 for you. So what can add up to negative 52, all right, but when multiplied is equal to A times C, which 9 times negative 12 is negative 108. Oops, 108. So we need to make a chart to see what can add, what can multiply to 108. So we do, obviously, 1 times negative 108. No, that won't work. We can do 2 times negative 52, or 54, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. So 2 times negative 54, we see that, and we see, oh, if we add together 2 and negative 54, 2 plus a negative 54, is a negative 52. So we know these are the factors we're going to use, 2 and negative 54, because look, negative 54 times 2, negative 54 plus 2 is a negative 52. So we know those are our factors, and then you just work through it. So make sure you take your time, find the factors. Sometimes if they're negative, it might be tricky, but just work through it, all right? Let me know if you have any questions. Complete the worksheet, upload it, and make sure you're caught up on all work.